Hi, it's Ian Westerman from EssentialTennis.com. Welcome to videos 3 of 3 in a series all about the split step, something that many recreational players kind of poo-poo and they don't really focus on it. They never make it a habit. They think it's something that's trivial, but it's incredibly important. In the first video, we talked all about what the purpose is of the split step, and I also talked about the 3 main technical elements of the split step that are important for your success. And I used David Ferrer as an example. In the second video, I talked all about timing and how to time your split step correctly. And now in this video, I want to show you how the pros actually use the split step during point play. It's a little bit different than just the straightforward, straight up, straight down split step that we're all familiar with. And I think it's pretty cool to see exactly how they use their feet, because I think it's pretty awesome how dynamic it is, and there's a lot of little things going on that you might not think. Now, if you haven't seen the first 2 videos, please go watch them first. There's really important concepts in there that you need to get. But for right now, let's go ahead and get into the point play video, and this is going to be David Ferrer versus Andy Murray. Now, this is a practice session, but they're playing all out here. They're doing a practice match, which, by the way, I have the video up on YouTube of this match, so you can go check that out. But I selected a point here to really focus on their feet, and we're going to be looking at how they use their feet in conjunction with the split step. So watch Murray come up here into his split step. Here's contact made with the serve by Ferrer. Just like I talked about in video 2, Murray is coming down, even off the return of serve, where the ball's coming at him probably 120 miles an hour. Murray's coming down still as contact is being made. Now he touches down. Now, element number 1 that I want to point out that the pros do when they're playing competitively is they go up in their split step in a neutral fashion. So they're not leaning one way or the other. Their momentum might be going in one way or the other, but their feet are pointed forwards, their hips and their shoulders are facing forwards, and they're neutral. On the way down is another story, and let me show you what I mean by that. On the way down, you'll see them, and this is not the best view. On the next shot, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. On the way down, you'll see them pivot their outside foot towards the oncoming ball. And here you see Murray here. I'm sorry, it's a little bit far away. We'll see better on the next shot by Ferrer. And watch Murray make contact here. And Ferrer is just about to begin his split step. Here it is. Now he's recovering back. He's recovering just in case Murray hits a really good deep return, which Murray is one of the best returners in the world, so it's a good call by Ferrer. But Ferrer is retreating back while making his split step. Now watch what he does here. Murray's making contact right here. Ferrer's executing his split step. Now watch, Ferrer by this point in time is identifying where the ball is going. So watch what he does. He's going to touch down onto his inside foot, and he's going to pivot onto his outside foot. So at this point in time, as Murray hits, Ferrer is neutral. Look at how his hips, his shoulders are facing forwards. His feet are both pointing forwards. Once he identifies where the ball is going, here's after Murray has hit, then he makes his move on his way down from the split step. So here he plants with his inside foot, pivots with his outside foot, and now he's going to make his move over towards his backhand side. And that's a pattern we're going to see repeated by both players again and again. Here's contact. Here's Murray in the middle of his split step. Murray, by the way, tends to get a little bit higher and go a little wider than a lot of professional players. To be totally honest with you guys, I think that is part of the reason why he moves so smoothly. It looks like he's not trying at all. I think there's a lot of it has to do with that, to be totally honest. So watch how Murray comes down. Contact was made here. Murray is neutral, facing forwards. Now watch, Murray's going to identify that the ball is coming cross court. Look, he touches down first on his inside foot, and look, he pivots onto his outside foot. Pretty cool, huh? How he makes that transition. Now watch Ferrer come back. Now look, he's neutral here. Even though this entire side of the court is open, he's neutral. He knows that Murray has to change direction and hit the low percentage shot down the line in order to hit a winner here. So Ferrer's going to remain neutral, and this is actually his split step here. His feet are pointing forwards, his hips and his shoulders are facing forwards. Here Murray is making contact right here. as Ferrer's coming up. Now he's coming down again, and once Ferrer identifies where the ball is going, look, he touches down first. This would be his inside foot, and it's confusing because he's all the way over here, but it's his inside foot, pivots out onto his outside foot, and then moves out towards the ball. One or two more examples. Now Murray starts to recover. He's neutral. Contact is made. Murray's making his split step. Murray identifies where it's going, touches down on his inside foot, pivots out to his outside foot to move out towards the ball. Now here's Ferrer, contact being made right here by Murray. This is the split step. He identifies where the ball is going, touches down first on the inside foot, pivots onto the outside foot. Contact. Now, here, good. I actually forgot that I threw this in here. So Ferrer is about to make contact, and we'll see here that Murray is breaking the rule. He's crossing over at this point in time. He's not neutral. And here's the reason why. Murray went down the line on this last shot. Ferrer has an outside ball with a cross-court open court. So Ferrer to go back down the line again really wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. Following the directionals, cross-court would be the way to go. Murray sees that. He understands the situation. And so he's going to break away from being neutral here, and he's going to make an educated guess that this next shot is going to the open court, cross-court. So he crossed over at that point, and he was correct. Okay? So I think that's fascinating, seeing that pattern over and over again. Unless the pros have a really good reason why they're reading that their opponent is not going to go, or rather, their opponent has a big enough opportunity that they're for sure going to go in a certain direction, they will stay neutral, they will come down from the split step, read the oncoming shot on their way down, and then adjust and touch down on different feet depending on which direction the ball is going. This is something that, to be honest, I didn't realize that there was this much to what they were doing until I really started studying the high quality video that I got in Cincinnati this past summer. Really cool stuff. Now I want to show you one more situation here in which the pros would not use a split step. A second ago, we saw Murray break the rules and not be neutral and just start crossing over and immediately covering the cross-court angle from Ferrer. Now we're going to look at a little bit different situation, and Ferrer is going to show us a situation where he would not use a split step. So here we have Andy Murray getting ready to serve. And Murray's going to hit a really nice wide serve that really puts Ferrer off the court. And it forces Ferrer to cough up a weak defensive shot. I mean, he didn't really have a whole lot of choice here. He did a nice job just getting that back. Now, he sees that Murray is about to hit a short forehand here, and obviously Murray's looking to do something offensive. So you'll see Ferrer do a couple of things here. This is really cool, and this is a little bit of insight into how the pros think and how they try to play one step ahead of their opponent. You're going to see Ferrer cross over and make some big athletic strides over to his right. Now, you would typically only see this when a player is guessing. So Ferrer is showing here, hey, I'm not gonna worry about back here. I'm just gonna run this way. I have a feeling that Andy Murray is going to be hitting to the wide open court, cross court with this weak sitter forehand, and so I'm just gonna make my move. Now, Ferrer is hoping that Murray sees this. And right before Murray makes his forward swing, Ferrer gathers his balance and shifts his weight back to his left. So he was hoping that Murray saw his footwork and that this is a fake by Ferrer. Ferrer looks like he's totally committing to going to the right. And then right before Murray hits, he catches himself and he's hoping that Murray goes back this way, hoping for an opening here to hit a passing shot. So that would be an example of a situation where you would not want to use a split step. If your opponent has a really obvious setup, if Ferrer had made a neutral split step and just gathered himself neutrally right here, Murray could have gone either direction and hit a winner in either direction. So Ferrer has identified that and decided to just guess. So he faked here. He went hard to the right, caught himself, and was looking for a shot to his left. Murray didn't fall for it, and he went to the open court. So hopefully this has been illuminating to you, and you start to see some of the footwork patterns that the pros are using on on a regular basis, over and over again. So in this video, we've gone over exactly how they use their feet to shift their balance, to identify the oncoming ball, and then be able to move smoothly in whichever direction the ball is hit. And I also showed you an example of breaking the rules and not using a split step when there's a certain situation when your opponent might have the upper hand and you need to just guess. So hopefully you've really enjoyed this 3-part series. I've really enjoyed bringing this information to you. I think this is really cool stuff, and I'm going to do my best to continue kind of extrapolating some of these cool little things that the pros are doing and showing all of you at home so that you can start to implement some of these things as well. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, please leave those right below this video, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Want to serve more like the pros? Find out how as I compare Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic during my free 5-video course. Get it now at freeservecourse.com. That's freeservecourse.com.